Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. In today's video, I'm gonna be working on some Etsy and website orders, and it is a hot one today. It is already like 95 degrees, so it is gonna be hot today. It is a little bit later. It is about 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm getting a little bit of a later start on working on orders. I wanted to start earlier, but life. So I did get my computer stuff done. Everything's ready. I have some orders that are pretty much done, but I just need to glue the lettering on, and then some that I need to get started on that I got yesterday. So that is the plan today. We have some big signs, some wedding signs. We have a baby sign, some baby rounds, and some engraved stuff to do. And I do have some tumblers I need to get done as well. So hopefully I'll get those done today, but they don't really need to ship out until next week, but we'll try and get those done too. So anyways, I guess we better go ahead and get started and get these orders going. So here's my sloppy to-do list. We have, these two are wedding signs and they're done pretty much. I just need to paint the lettering and glue those two names on. I need to engrave the 12 by 12 sign, frame it. I have a baby round I need to complete. Another newer order of a wedding sign, so I have to completely cut that and paint it. Another one, I think this is a round. So yeah, that's a 24-inch round. Stain it golden oak, paint it white. And then this is another baby round. I need to engrave it. No, this is a baby name sign, and I need to cut it and engrave it. And then I need to do this round as well and engrave, and then make stickers and packing slips. And if I have time, I'm gonna finish a wedding sign mock-up for an easel. Well, it's not a mock-up. I need to actually go and make a new listing, and I bought some props for it. So that is if I have time. There's something about just being a kid and playing in the sprinkler. She's so happy. This was impromptu, like she's in her clothes and everything, and we just turned the sprinkler on and she's out there having a ball. To be a kid again and have no worries. Here is the new router I got for making rounds. My laser can also cut rounds, but these do it a lot faster. Like sometimes with this thick wood, it just takes a little bit of time to cut rounds, and sometimes you want larger ones or a lot at one time. So this does a really good job of that. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut some rounds now, and I actually am gonna be making a video and showing you guys how to make your own rounds. You don't need to be an experienced woodworker at all. You just need a router, this circle attachment that helps you make the circles, and just your wood, and you can make those really popular rounds. So look for a video on that coming very soon. So as y'all can see here, it makes perfect circles in just literally seconds. So definitely enjoy having this, but it does make an absolute mess. But regardless, it makes really cool big rounds in no time. So the only thing is it does leave a hole, a slight little hole in the back, but all you have to do is fill it in with wood filler and you'll never know it was there. So love this thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and prime these and let it dry while I'm cutting the other letters that I need to cut out today. And then after that, I'm gonna sand it, but I have to wait for them to dry. But it is a hot day, so they should dry pretty quickly. So this batch is dry. I did about 2 or 3 coats. It's a little bit humid, so the paint was having some issues, but looks great now. So I'm gonna go ahead and let these go sit out in the sun. Usually I wait till they dry a little bit, and then I'll put them out in the sun and let it like fully cure before I go and do anything else with it. So I'm gonna set these out, get the next batch on, and then spray paint those. So I walk in the house and Miss Caroline has some Christmas music turned on. She's cleaning, and it looks like she decorated over here. She put an Easter gnome on the fireplace, or on the mantle. And she also helped her mama make coffee. Yes, she definitely knows how to make her mama's coffee. She knows what knob to turn it on and knows how much to put in there. All right, we got the coffee made. It literally is just regular coffee, sugar, milk, and then ice at the top, and that's all it takes. And I just let the ice kind of get it cool, and adding the milk really cools it down too, but it's nothing fancy. It just keeps me going. So we're gonna drink the coffee, and I'm gonna answer a couple questions because I told you guys that we're gonna do a Q&A. Okay, so I'm gonna start by answering a couple questions. I don't even know what they say yet. I asked on YouTube, I asked on Instagram and Facebook. So it looks like we have some questions. So I think I'm gonna answer like maybe a couple, maybe like 3, go back to work, and then answer a couple more here when we start doing some other stuff. So we'll see what we got here. Which do you like better, Thunder Laser or Silhouette crafting wise? Ooh, that's a good question. So right now, I'm sure you all know, I'm obsessed with my laser. I love all you can do with it. It's really incredible the amount of things that you can do to up your woodworking game. And you can cut, you know, wood, acrylic, MDF, like there's just so many things that you can do with it. So I love it. And I think that they're kind of 2 different things. So, you know, Silhouette is a vinyl cutting machine and Thunder Laser is a CO2 laser machine. So I think that Thunder is superior in the laser world, and I think Silhouette is superior in the vinyl world. When I got my Silhouette, of course, you know, it's very versatile. You can cut and do so many different projects and all kinds of things with your Silhouette. It kind of molded my knowledge, having the Silhouette and having the software, to be able to learn the laser. So I think that honestly, you can't go wrong with both. They're both superior in their own worlds, and I love them both. So it really just depends what craft you're into to kind of make that determination. What is your favorite way to unwind at the end of the day? So that's a great question too. So picture this, your house is clean. Your dishes are out of the sink, so no dishes in the sink. You have your dryer going, so it's drying some clothes, so you hear them tumbling. You have a candle going, so it smells nice. Then you get a nice warm shower, climb into your bed with clean sheets, watch a show, relax with your family. The dogs are sitting on the floor relaxing. And yeah, you know, just a chill night. Like everything's done, everything's clean, and you can just kind of like lay down and relax, turn off your brain, and just like watch trash TV. But just having everything done and being able to relax and unwind, it sounds like an excellent night. I wish it could happen every night, but the nights it does is pretty nice. How do you feel confident in the stuff that you make? I always feel like mine is second par. So that's a great question. I think it can be very easy for us to compare ourselves to others and think that we're not good enough, or our craft isn't good enough, that we need to do better. And it's okay and it's normal to feel that way. And I will tell you this, and I've said it a million times and I'll say it again, nobody is you. You were given your creative mind for a reason. So you keep making those products that bring you joy and make you happy. Share it proudly, you know, like show your products off. Feeling confident in your products, the first thing that I would always recommend is just following trends, making your own spin on them, keeping an eye on your stats, like seeing how those products are doing and translating into sales, and continuing to feed off of that energy. So if you have a product that's doing well, keep making products that are similar to that, keep selling those products and doing well, and your items will keep doing great as well. And another thing to always keep in mind is continue to better yourself all the time. It's okay sometimes if products don't do that well. Keep continuing to grow and learn from mistakes and say, okay, if this product isn't doing that well, okay, let's just make it better. Let's do even better this time. Let's keep doing our research. Let's keep doing this. So that's part of growth and part of learning and part of this journey. And I'm sure your products are beautiful. Don't ever second guess yourself and just keep creating. Don't give up, and you're gonna do great. I'm proud of you. Something about that good old sunshine definitely cures that paint extra good. So these are looking great. And now let's go back in and get the other paint started. Here's my handy dandy paint table. This thing has been through the ringer. I have probably caked on, oh gosh, how many layers of paint on this table? But you know what? It's held up wonderful. So handy dandy table. If a bee rams itself into me one more time, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna absolutely lose it. I don't know what it is about animals coming and ramming themselves into me out here. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, go follow me. I've been trying to be more active there on stories. It's just regular simply_Sallie. I used to use the Simply Sallie DIY Instagram, but I have not been using that one. I've been just using the one Instagram for it all right now. But anyways, I was telling a story on there about the other night I was in my shop and I was just minding my own business, doing my woodwork and stuff. And all of a sudden, a bird comes flying into the garage and just rams itself into my shoulder. I, being the person that I am, screamed and ran out of the garage, just like just freaking out. And there's another bee. And of course, our neighbors that we don't really know very well, they're on the other side of us, were sitting out just enjoying the sunset. And they saw me just running out screaming. And yet again, me being the person that I am, was embarrassed about it. So I loudly was acting like my husband was in the garage with me. And I said, oh, a bird ran into me. So, you know, that's why I screamed. But I wasn't even talking to anybody but myself. So I probably looked like a crazy person talking to myself and screaming. So anyways, stories like that, things like that happen to me all the time. I swear my life is a never-ending cycle of craziness and hilarious things that always happen. So anyways, I've been out here, I just came out here trying to work again, and these big bumblebees are just ramming into me. I don't know what's going on here lately, y'all, but crazy things. But yes, anyways, back to work. Enough about all this crazy animal stuff. It is time to get to work. It is hot, and I just want to get out of here. Just, you know, flying around, which, you know, the bees are fine. Bees are okay. Wasps are not okay. But these, they just ram into you. They act like you're in their way or something. Okay, so we did this one. This one's completely done other than glue. We did our round, we did our other baby round. All of these are cut other than paint. So we need to paint the rest of those. I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this engraved 12 by 12 sign. That's gonna take a little while, so we're gonna go ahead and put that one in the laser now. And in the meantime, we're gonna go ahead and spray paint all of the other stuff. So that is what we're gonna go and get into now. And we got these three ready to be stained. We have golden oak, weathered oak, and dark walnut that these have to be stained. Oh, y'all, I am dying out here. Now, I know 93, 95 degrees is not hot to some of you, but here in South Carolina, we have something called humidity, and it is to the extreme here, and it just makes those hot days that much more fun. So, slightly dying, but almost done. We have everything pretty much underway. The last thing I need to do is stain the wood and let that cure, and then all of the letters and everything are done. So all we have to do is really go inside and get the other stuff done, but we're getting there, we're moving along. My pretty Haley song. Hi. Love you. Love my little cutie booty pookie. Mom! You guys having fun? Yeah. First swim of the summer. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and answer a couple more questions while I am packaging orders and just kind of finishing those up a little bit. So the first one I'm going to answer is, how do you decide on a price for something to sell? So that is a great question. I think that doing your research and seeing what the market is going for in general. So let's say you're selling a wood sign, go online, go on Etsy, look and see what the market is selling their signs for. Make sure it's as specific as you can get to what you're selling, write your range down, and then go and calculate your exact pricing for your item. So if your product or your wood costs this much, your paint costs this much, you need to literally get down to the nitty gritty, add up your entire material cost and figure up your cost. And remember to include fees and all that as well. And then really you just take a look at the market, take a look at your pricing formula that you've come up with, and then just figure out what pricing works best for you. That's kind of the short answer to that. Hopefully it helps a little bit. So I see a lot of shipping questions, and I definitely wish I could answer all of them, but some of them are a little detailed. So what I'm gonna do is refer you back to some of my other videos that I've talked about with shipping. And also stay tuned, because I have more like a shipping series coming soon, because I know shipping can be a scary thing for people. They just don't know how much to charge. They don't know if they're doing it correctly. So just stay tuned for more videos on that. I wish I could go into more detail, but it definitely would take up the entire video if we tried. So someone said, thank you for all your good energy and inspiring videos. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. What type of business license would be best for having with an Etsy shop? I do plan on having a website as well in the future. Okay, so business license, they say like the main ones really for us, people like us, are sole proprietors and LLCs. I personally have an LLC, which is a limited liability company. It is just really cheap and easy to maintain here in South Carolina to have an LLC, but I would definitely check with your state, see where you live, see the rules and regulations, and see if it works well for you. The most popular seems to be sole proprietor, just because it is just kind of cheap and easy in most states, and that's fine and dandy. But I definitely think that LLC is probably one that is a little bit more better if you can swing it, because it has a little bit more protection for your business and it kind of separates yourself from your business, and you're taxed exactly like a sole proprietor. So that's just my opinion on it, but I am definitely not an expert. So just reach out to your local state, your Secretary of State, and ask them. And they gave me a lot of helpful information when I was getting started. So that's my advice on that. Someone else asked if I'm gonna start selling blanks like I mentioned previously, and yes, I am gonna start selling wood blanks very soon. The reason it had taken me so long is because I'm sure you all have seen with the shortages and the price of everything, especially wood, it's kind of gone up and been hard to find specific sizes of wood. So I kind of wanted to make sure that my business was taken care of first, selling my products and getting a good stash. And once I'm ready, I'll definitely start selling blanks soon. So stay tuned for that. Definitely going to offer different shapes and sizes and all that, but I'll let you guys know when that time comes a little bit closer. Someone else asked, do you plan on offering Etsy classes for May? So I definitely do plan on offering some classes coming up soon. I did take a little bit of a break after Easter. We had a lot going on with taxes and just everything. So I took a little bit of a break, and I will be listing the classes coming up soon. So if you want to stay tuned more with that, definitely join the Facebook group. It is linked down below, and I kind of stay more in depth with like real life stuff coming up, and Instagram as well. So that's where that'll be. So someone else asked, how do you choose what to work on next or what's marketable from an idea? So that's a great question, Christy. I definitely go kind of in more depth with this in the Etsy class that we just talked about in the last question. But basically the short of it is doing market research, joining all the Facebook groups, joining all of the groups and everything related to what you sell. So if I'm into vinyl decals, I'm going to go join vinyl decal groups. If I'm into wood signs, I'm going to go join wood sign groups, as well as staying on Pinterest and looking on Etsy and just researching what you see, writing all of these things down. Like, you want to know what everybody is into right now. You got to stay tuned with trends, and that kind of gives me ideas, and I just write down a list and I just go and start creating. And the best thing to do is how can you stand out among those popular items? Like, what can you do and make your own spin on it to make it even better? What do you like to do in your spare time? So, spare time, what is that? No, I'm just kidding. When I love to work. I definitely consider myself, I thrive on, getting orders done and doing things that make me feel like I got something done. So once I'm done with all of that, I just really, truly enjoy spending time with my family and just doing things with them, us going places together, or just going outside, spending time together, swimming, cooking out. Riding my bike. I love riding bikes. I haven't had a time to do that lately, so I definitely need to dust it off and get back into that. But just doing things, with the people that I love, and running around, running errands, and just spending time with my family. That's really what I just enjoy to do on my time off. Someone said, I love your work with me videos. Thank you so much. Sallie, my question for you is, do you ever think about getting a CNC over a laser? So I definitely did look at all options before I got my laser. I looked into CNCs, I looked into lasers, and hands down, laser was definitely better in my opinion for what I was going to do, just because of the precision and the cleanliness and just everything that a laser provides. A CNC machine can be a little bit more messy, and yeah, you can get great details with CNCs and all, but I thought that just with the laser, it just seems better for what I was wanting to do. So it just really depends on the items that you're wanting to create, but for me, it was definitely a laser was an easy choice to make. What is your least favorite part of having a business? So I absolutely love having a business. I love the creation. I love, just the start to finish, the creativity, everything related to having a business. I definitely would say though, my least favorite thing is packaging, which is what you're watching right now. It's just something about it. I just dread it so much. So I'd say that along with kind of bookkeeping is not my favorite. It's just one of those things that I just dread doing, even though when you do it, it's done, it's fine. It's just something I dread doing. So that's my least favorite thing. It's just the bookkeeping and the packaging. Someone asked, what was your very first job? So if you don't know this about me, I've kind of always worked. I started working when I was around 13. I had my own little babysitting business, and that did very well, actually. I had a lot of people that I'd babysat for and did different things for. And then I did that all throughout high school until I got my first real job, I guess, at Fuddruckers, which is a fast food restaurant. And I worked various fast food restaurants throughout my teenage years, as well as running my own nanny babysitting business. And I had several families that I worked for. So I did that up until I had my first child. So it went very well, but that was my very first job. Someone asked, do you reach out to companies for discount codes, ambassador ops, or do they reach out to you? So that's a great question. I know a lot of you have been curious on the YouTube and behind the scenes stuff of running, a business online. And to be honest, most companies have actually reached out to me, and that's kind of how it goes on YouTube. You'll put your email out there and you'll get opportunities, and people want you to sponsor the videos or work with you in some type of way. But there has been a couple times, like 1 or 2 times, that I've reached out because I want to work with a company or something like that. But to be honest, I'm still kind of like in the newer end of this, so I haven't really reached out to too many companies yet. One day. But to be honest, I'm very picky. I want you guys to know that I take stuff like working with people and sponsorships very seriously, and I'm only going to show companies that I truly believe in and that I trust in. So that's kind of how it goes with that. What are some tips to increase sales? So this is probably going to sound cliche, but it's very true. But consistency, market research, and continuing to always improve and work on your shop like it is your full-time job. That is how you increase sales. They say social media is amazing right now. Is just talking about your business, getting people to love you and know who you are so they want to purchase from you. But consistency is the main thing. Like, always posting new products, but making sure that it's obviously quality, and just working on your shop all the time, every day. That is really the best way to always increase your sales. All right, everyone. So I know there was definitely more questions and I wanted to get to them all, but we kind of ran out of time. And a lot of these were sent kind of after I filmed this video. So I just want you all to know that I will have more Q&As and we'll answer questions again soon. And if I didn't get to yours, just know I will get to them. And if you really would like to know, you can always reach out to me or ask in the Facebook group, and we'll help as best as we can. So hope y'all enjoyed that. Good morning, everybody. As you see, it is the next day. I got everything finished up today. I was so tired yesterday, and once the kids got home, we really just spent time together, cooked some hamburgers, let them swim a little bit, and then I just decided to pick back up this morning. So I finished everything, and now as soon as my husband gets back home, we're gonna take everything to the post office, and I also have to go to UPS. Some of those packages are a little bit bigger, so it's cheaper to ship UPS, so we're gonna go a couple different stops. And I know I told you guys that I was gonna start doing UPS or USPS pickups, but I have not done that yet. Y'all, I need to be more organized with things, but sometimes I get more orders done in a day and I just ship out what I get done. So I need to get on a good routine where I'm like, okay, this is gonna get done today, this is gonna get done tomorrow, but I really just work and with what I got, and I just do it day by day. So I need to get better with that so it saves me time, because we're 30 minutes from the post office. So I still have some tumblers and things that I need to work on. I have some really pretty ones coming to the shop. I'm gonna actually start selling them. I have a variety of different tumblers I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna be doing some laser engraved tumblers and some sublimation tumblers. And I have some new mugs and things I'm adding to the shop. So I'll be putting that in the next work with me, because I have, like I said, a ton of those that I need to get done. And like I said, I'm just kind of I'm done with everything that I need to get done with today. So I'm just gonna go take those to the post office and start those in the next video. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this work with me video. If you did enjoy it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see y'all in the next one, which will be very soon. Bye.